And I've realised I also choose to speak about things, especially in my newsletter, that I feel really passionate about. I'm not into performing. You do see people and you're like, next week you're not really going to care.
People that are entrepreneurs, that parent, have a different way of parenting their children than, say, somebody that has a 9 to 5.
Okay. There is no room, in my opinion, for my kids to be average. My kids are seen as excellent in terms of they have great manners, and it's because I'm just trying to navigate them into a world that, if I'm honest, isn't as kind. I'm going to give them all the tools of having your voice, speaking out, knowing that I've got your back, but actually being smart, being kind, being respectful.
The Parent Playbook. The Parent Playbook.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Parent Playbook by Tribe. This is a space for a conversation about parenting. It's not a highlight reel. We're not doing all the flossy Instagram stuff. We're doing authentic and we're doing real. And sometimes we're doing a little bit dirty. There's no manual for parenting. There's no instructions. But I tell you what there is the purple print. So without further ado, we're going to get into today's session with an amazing woman who I actually met over a fancy dinner at the Royal Albert Hall while watching Erykah Badu perform. Insanity. But without further ado, I introduce Tobi. Oh gosh, my vocals are terrible, Tobi.
Don't
Did you hear
worry.
that? Tobi!
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you are welcome. Would you like to introduce yourself and just tell the people who you are and what you do?
Yes, so my name is Tobi Oredein. I am the founder and CEO of Black Ballad. Black Ballad, I would now say, is the ultimate modern members club for Black women. So we create media across text, audio and video. We have events. We have a big event in the summer for 2,000 Black women. And we partner with brands who want to reach, engage and understand this audience.
So amazing.
And I'm a mum of 2.
Mum of 2. I mean, that is profound. They say 2 is not easy.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not.
What's the age gap?
18 months.
18 months. Oh my gosh, so you had like a 18-month-old in pull-ups or nappies,
yes,
and then a newborn in nappies at the same time. What is that like?
Do you know what I say? So my daughter's the eldest and then it's my son.
Okay.
And I always say I don't remember the first year of my son's life. It was like a blur. It was just survival. It was really just survival.
Because even being pregnant and having a small person at the same time, like what was that like?
That was hard. So like for the first trimester, I couldn't change my daughter's nappy. Like I felt so nauseous and sick every time like she did a poo. And that's not usually me.
Okay.
So I couldn't do that. But you know what? I think it was really beautiful though, because my husband and my daughter, they just like formed like their own little bond. It was so lovely because I decided that she should start ballet. So she goes to a ballet school called Point Black, specifically for Black girls.
Really?
So she started Point Black Ballet School when she was 18 months. She still goes. And he used to take her. And sometimes I'd go and I'd watch him do the class with her. And
really?
Because she was the youngest in the class. And they just developed like such a beautiful relationship. I was at home a lot because the second pregnancy is so much harder than the first. Like,
really?
It is so much harder than the first. I think because you're not as young. You've got kids.
Girl.
You've got a kid. You're still working.
Yeah.
You're so much tired. I was a lot bigger second time round as well. Like I was really big. My son had to be born early and he was like £8.6 at 38 weeks. Like I was really
wow.
big. Yeah.
He said, Mama, I need room.
Oh my God, he was long and but yeah, so that was really beautiful seeing them bond. But I definitely think the first year of my son's life was a lot of like just getting through.
Yeah.
Like it was just
survival mode.
It was just getting through every day because you want to be a present mum for your baby, but you don't want your firstborn to be left out.
Yeah, and neglected.
Yeah, and at the same time, life is still life. I mean, I'm an entrepreneur, so I was still working a little bit, and I had to kind of dip in and out, and you're trying to like keep up with work. And I think, to be honest, probably made a lot of my like biggest career mistakes actually in that year, trying to stay working and be on mat leave, settle my daughter into nursery.
All the things.
And I think that's where a lot of my career mistakes actually happened as well. So.
Well, sometimes people do call them mistakes, but they're actually, for me, I call them the learning curves.
Oh, yes.
They are the trial and errors, so that when you get to the big things, it's like, oh no, but I already fucked up over there. So that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. It's gonna happen again.
Yeah.
But kudos to you for actually still at least turning up and showing up and trying in those moments, because having a newborn is like, it's insanity. It is insanity. And I think that a lot of women, as you say, they just forget. It's like a blur. And then it's like, oh, I don't even remember. I don't know how I got through that, but we all get through, which is, it's insane. My cousin just had twins.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
Congrats.
it's her first. Two at the same time. And I'm trying to be the active auntie, helping. And I looked after them when she went to go get her eyebrows done, and I kid you not. It was changing, feeding, burping, crying, rocking the rocker, holding one. It's crazy. But the thing is, I know that is hard, but I think having an 18-month-old and a newborn is probably harder. And the reason is because we're not doing copy and paste of the same thing. It's two different. Like, it's two different milk formulas, babe. Like, if you're not breastfeeding, it's someone's eating, one is not eating, one's doing pull-ups. Like,
I met, so we were filming something about motherhood, and there was a woman that came in, she's a nurse, and she's had twins, and then she had two more kids that were, I think they was either 18 months or 2 years apart. And she actually said twins were easier.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, really? She's like, no, they literally are, because of what you said. And I mean, I think, to be honest, you know...
I mean, twins ain't easy.
Twins ain't easy.
But,
my cousin's got twins. And I'm like, oh, like my cousin's got twins. I'm like, damn. It's not easy, but I definitely think, like, when your kids are, like, a close age gap. But what I will say, it's upfront pain, but long-term gain.
Yes.
So now they're kind of at the similar age. They kind of... Even though they're boy and girl, they kind of like the same things.
Yeah. You can take them to the same soft play. Like, you know, you're not doing 10 years apart.
Yeah.
You know, so no, there's definitely pros.
There's definitely pros. I'm not doing it again. Like, I'm absolutely done.
You don't want to, like, one of those big vans. Because, you know, like, the more children, it's like the car choices start slimming down.
We just got a new car. And we just got a Nissan Qashqai, and that's the biggest I'm going.
Yeah, the biggest. Other than that, you know, you might have to get a Sprinter. Like,
no, like, I'm absolutely content. So that's fine.
So talk to me about your entrepreneurial journey and how you, like, you know, there's this big thing that everyone talks about, the invisible load that parents have, especially mums. And when you're an entrepreneur, the invisible load is like, is crazy, because you have the invisible load of thinking and pre-planning everything for your children, and then for yourself, and then depending on what type of husband you have, I think any type of husband, you're thinking and planning for him also. Then you're planning for the house, and then you have this other baby that you have given birth to that needs your full-time love, attention, and care as well. Like, what does that look like for Tobi? How do you manage all of those moving parts?
Yeah, so I would say the complicated layer in my thing is that my husband's my co-founder.
Well, that's a blessing. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time.
No,
I love that though.
He's wonderful. He's definitely my biggest champion, and we have very complementary skill sets. I would say actually professionally and personally. Okay. So I would say in business, I'd say I'm the boss, but at home I'd say he's the boss.
Love that.
He's very, my husband's very emotionally stable. Like, he doesn't have massive, like, emotional shifts. He's very patient. He's very empathetic.
Can we copy and paste him for anyone else that might be looking for a husband?
You have to ask his parents.
No, because honestly, there are some amazing qualities to have.
Yeah, so I think that really helps our home life, because I think, like, whereas I get very panicked and, like, very, especially, like, I'm very much, like, my husband always says, like, I'm very protective of our family. Yeah. Whereas he will be like, you know, like, maybe it's not supposed to come across like that. Maybe, you know, he'll be like trying to talk me down. So I think that gives our home a very, like, peaceful home life, because he's very much the foundation. And like, if, like, a decision needs to be made, he'll just make it and be like, look, we've prayed about it, like, let's just go to bed. Like, it's fine. Whereas I would say my sense of urgency and passion is what is needed in the business. So, like, if there's a decision that probably are, because sometimes with entrepreneurship you need to move with speed.
Very quick, yeah.
And I'll just be like, I'm just doing it. That's what I'm doing. Like, I've made
Run
the decision.
towards it, yeah.
Let's go. I'm probably not as, not that he's afraid to be the bad person, but I'm naturally more outspoken.
Yeah.
And he's got more of a, I'd say, a calmer temperament. So I think that's really helped us in business and in our personal life. I think where for me it's gotten very, the invisible load, I think when we first started Black Ballad, I wasn't as afraid. I'd say anything.
Okay.
I'd do anything. I don't care.
Unapologetic.
Yeah. But I think when you mature as a founder, there's sometimes real consequences to things that you see online. No, it's very true.
It's the facts.
It's
facts, yeah. Because these things will come back to haunt you in a flash.
And I've had a situation where we've put something on the site and morally it was the right thing, but I lost a check.
Wow, okay.
And like the thing that people, that, you know, I think sometimes for entrepreneurs, especially when you do businesses that are like quite community based and have a real moral center and mission, sometimes people expect you to speak on everything.
Yes.
But the reality is that 40k check that we lost is a 2-month runway. And I don't have a husband that's doing a different job, a corporate job where I fall back on.
Yeah.
So I think the invisible load that I've had in the last couple of years is growing up and saying like, okay, Tobi, if you say this or if you do certain things or if you like have a spat on Twitter like you've done before, that there's no check. And actually, even taking my family out of it, I commission writers, I have staff.
Yeah, everyone's relying on you.
And that's the thing, like, people don't think about. I am the salesperson for the business.
Yeah.
Everyone is relying on me to bring in cash, because if I don't have cash in the bank, I can't pay people.
Yeah.
And, you know, every founder's had that moment where you've not got cash in the bank and you've got to figure it out.
Yeah, it's stressful.
And it's stressful. And you can't have too many of those moments because the mental repercussions on your psyche are absolutely damaging. And I've had those moments.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go back to those moments. So I say that's the invisible load that I've had. But I think it's forced me to be much more mature, maybe think about the things we want to say and how we want to say it.
Yeah.
What are the things we're standing on? And that doesn't mean that Black Ballad is not speaking out about the issues that are right for us. Absolutely not. But when I do have to make a decision, it's not as easy anymore just to say, oh, we're going to do that.
Yeah.
I have to think, oh, well, if we do say that,
what's the domino effect after
the domino effect? Because everyone that reads Black Ballad, majority of those people have a full-time job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's all very well.
You're okay.
It's all very well good shout for yourselves. I want you lot to say that.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because are you going to put the check in when the checks go? Yeah, it's tough. And I think that especially when you're in business and you're a female and you're Black on top of that, all of the things that you have to take into consideration are just way more than the average person. Like it's just way more.
Yeah, I don't get that second chance. Like I always, sometimes it sounds really thingy, like the way like I present myself, that, the level of research I do, the amount of preparation I do, fundamentally, I don't think, if I'm being honest, my white counterpart probably has as much consideration
100%
as me.
Mm-hmm. So especially, and then add male on top of that as well. It's like, it's okay, show up, babes, do what you want to do, say what you want to say, go to sleep and sleep good.
Exactly. So yeah, I definitely think that's a mental load. And I think sometimes often, Black women can often be afraid to speak about this mental load, the pressure of like, I can't say everything I want to say actually in this business now, because it's actually a real business. Yeah. Like it's not, Black Ballad's not a charity.
It's not Instagram page.
No, it's not. It's not. Like we have revenue streams. And I fundamentally have to think about, well, how's that affecting our, university rev stream? How's that affecting our brand partnerships? How's that affecting the data rev stream? How's that affecting the membership? So yeah, I think. And
then ultimately, on top of all of that, it's like that is what affects your family at home.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, cool. That invisible load of all of that you just said, and then on top of that, you're thinking, well, my daughter's going ballet lessons, babes. That's a check. Yeah. We've got to pay our mortgage and our rents and our utilities and our council tax and all of these things. So one small, outspoken, and maybe something that I actually do want to stand by, it just can't be stood by in those particular moments anymore, because it is affecting a wider set of people, not just, it's hard. Like, that's a really incredible thing to share, because I feel like a lot of us, especially when you have a voice and you have a platform, for some reason, something happens and then everybody looks to the people with the followers and says, well, what are you saying about it? And it's like, nothing today.
and also, sometimes I always say as well, the personal conversations that I have are much more enlightening and probably more effective.
100%.
Like sometimes, I'll be talking to a friend or maybe my sister, and they'll be like, I didn't even know that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like those conversations, those real conversations. And also I've been doing Black Ballad for 12 years.
Congratulations, by the way. 12 years is no small time, babes. That is
you.
really, really, really good.
Thank you. And I've realised that I also choose to speak about things, especially in my newsletter, that I feel really passionate about, because it's authentic. Because also, I'm not into performing.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes you do see people and you're like, next week you're not really going to care.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's the truth. It is really the truth. And I think that is a true testament to the amount of time that you've been in your industry, because authenticity is not something that you can buy, and it's not something you can copy and paste, and it's not something that you can even be taught. It's either part of your brand values as your business and your company, or it's not.
Yeah.
And some people are just, that's not their vibe, and that's okay. You can do what you're doing. But I feel like authenticity does last a test of time, and it seeps through to your family. It will seep through to your children, and I think that is really powerful in itself. So what is your parenting style when it comes to your children? You've said that your daughter's in ballet, and how old are they now?
5 and 4.
Oh man, you are really in the trenches. It's a real trench. But they're both going to school.
No.
One's in school.
And one's in nursery.
And one's in nursery. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I always say to people, when both your kids are in school, that's when life starts to look a little bit more normal, normalish. But you know, it's just that the first drop off of both of them going to the same school.
Well, my son, actually, we moved him to my daughter's school.
Nursery school. Oh, so
Yeah,
he's in
so
nursery school there. Okay. Oh,
the one
lovely. So you'll
drop-off.
start. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, because I know some people, they've got 3 kids and they're doing 3 drop-offs and 3 different collections because this after school club, this activity, and it's insane. So how would you describe your parenting style, like as an entrepreneur? Because I feel like people that are entrepreneurs, that parent, have a different way of parenting their children than, say, somebody that has a 9 to 5.
Okay. So I would say, first and foremost, I think I tell my kids I love them every day. Like, I'm very much like, do you know I love you? Like, do you feel loved? I love you. I say it to my kids every day. So I'm a very, like, outwardly affectionate parent. I would always say one of the things that I think I am as a parent as well, I'm very experimental. I like putting my kids in different things.
Okay.
Like, so I use holiday clubs to, like, get my daughter into, like, different sports or, like, try different, like, activities. So, like, at the moment, both my kids do piano.
Oh, wow.
One does, and then my daughter, she does football, she does handball, and she does ballet. So I keep my kids busy.
Yeah.
And my son does football.
Okay.
So I think I'm also a parent that likes to keep their kids busy, because I think one of the things that me and my husband, when I was pregnant with my daughter, we spoke about giving our kids range.
Yes.
We spoke about giving our kids, putting them in situations and seeing if they thrive, and seeing how fast they swim or seeing where they sink.
Yes.
So I think I'm a parent that really likes to put her kids in situations and give them range. I would say I'm that sort of parent, so quite experimental.
I love that.
And also, I think another thing that I am as well as a parent, I'm not afraid to say sorry to my kids.
Okay.
So, like, my kids will literally say, my daughter will say, you hurt my feelings, you shouted too loud. And I'll be like, okay, I'm sorry. And we sit and have a real conversation. And sometimes people are like, and even my son, I know he's 4 and like, you know, but I have a real conversation because I really want my children to be able to express themselves.
Yes.
And even in school, like, if there's a situation, my daughter will say, I've told my teacher and now I'm telling you. And they know that I'm their protector. Like, my old nursery said something that was so funny. They was like, my son, they was like, yeah, like, as a mum, she's great. I'm very much about, like, with teachers as well. I always say it's a partnership. I genuinely believe that.
Yes.
But they was like, but as a mum, she's a great partner. But if I want something done, I want something done. Like, I don't muck about when it comes to education. I'm very much, you got to get it right at school and everything else comes after. They're black kids.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's
Like,
so true.
there's no I'm just being really real. I don't think there's no room, especially because, you know, my husband's like my skin tone, so they're the darker skinned kids. There is no room, in my opinion, for my kids to be, I would say, average. And I just believe, I think it's the reality of it. You've got to see, like at school, my kids are seen as excellent in terms of they have great manners. And it's because I'm just trying to navigate them into a world that, if I'm honest, isn't as kind.
100%.
So I want to give them all the tools of having your voice, speaking out, knowing that I've got your back, but actually being smart, being kind, being respectful. So when the teacher comes to me and like might say, "Oh, this I will tell you straight that ain't my child."
Yeah.
And like like teachers can't come to me and say, "Oh, your kid's a trouble." No.
Yeah, because you know your child. It's important, and I think that it's funny that you explain it like that, because I feel like Kizzy's been to a few parties and stuff, and every time I pick her up from the parties, the parents are always like, she's so polite. She's got so much manners. Like, and it's like, it's not normal. Like, you would think that it's normal, but the average Joe, Harry, whoever, them man there are not doing airs and graces. They're surfboarding on people's couches in their house.
I never.
Yeah, it's not, but our kids are not doing that. And I didn't even really clock that maybe that is the reason why I'm so, you have to have manners. It's like, did you, and when she comes out, I'm like, did you behave? Yes, I did. Did you say please and thank you? Of course, mummy, I said please and thank you. Yeah. But it's like an unconscious thing that we're doing, but the outcome, how you've explained it, is actually profound, because they are being pushed into a world where it's harder. It's harder. We can pretend. And another thing, but it's harder.
And another thing I always ask my kids when they go to parties, because like sometimes, you know, like you have to drop them off and they do like an activity.
Yes, yeah.
Or like even teacher, I always ask my kids, how did they treat you?
Yes.
I always ask that question.
Yeah, because I always say, how was there anybody kind to you? And she will explain and say, was anybody not kind? So
because it's also about teaching them how to register their emotions, how to register how they've been treated.
Yes.
And I think for me it's especially important because my kids are my daughter's the only black girl in her class.
Same.
So
God, the things.
It's really important for me. And I've been asking, since my kids have been able to talk, I've been asking that question, even if they've not been able to explain it. But now they're 4 and 5, they actually say, oh no, this parent was really nice to me. Like this happened. Because I really think it's important, especially for black kids, to know that they are worthy of great treatment and how that starts. And that, for me and my husband, that starts at home, that starts with all our family members. So it needs to carry on everywhere else.
You deserve respect everywhere.
I'll pull them out with the quickness. So I definitely think I'm definitely a parent that experimental, I believe in range, I'm very affectionate, but I'm also very much about getting my kids to understand their voice and their emotions.
Yeah, no, it sounds amazing, honestly. You make me want to meet your kids. I need to see these little people.
My son really does tell you what time it is.
Really?
I call him my little dictator.
Oh, I love that. And what's the difference between having a girl and a boy?
Do you know what? I wasn't like I'm not naturally very girly myself, but my daughter is so girly, and it's just like
it's her
dolls. And I was like, when she was in nursery, she was part of a little like group of girls. They used to be called Dolly Crew.
Really?
They used to love dollies and comb hair, and they used to play like, oh my God, they used to play with the teacher's hair, and I'd be like, don't play with everyone's hair. Oh my God. So, but then my son, I don't know if it's because of one girl, but I definitely think being the eldest and the last born, the second born, Jenny, my colleague, said the second born walks like they own the earth. It's true. The second born is the most outrageous child.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. The second born, they are just so. I don't know if it's a gender difference, but I definitely think my daughter is much more accommodating.
Okay.
I would say she's much more easygoing. My son, when he wants what he wants, like
he's getting what he wants.
Heaven help us all. Like. But they're both outspoken, but I would say my daughter plays the game. Okay. Like in terms of if she wants something,
she's using her brain to get it.
Yeah, she'll do things and then be like, oh, but you know, I did at 5. She'll be like, oh, I did this, so I'd really like this. Whereas my son would just be like, no, I want it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's smooth though. That is really, really smooth. Like it's funny, like just even hearing like everything that you say and how you explain them, it's just very warming, because sometimes you feel like I've just got one. So it's like I've only just got one little person to understand. And sometimes I feel like it's my daughter trying to manipulate me. You know, like the way that she's trying to get what she wants, with the way you explain it is like, oh no, they're just lining up exactly how to get what they want with ease. Yeah.
And my husband always says, he's got a saying, I can't remember, what is it? Shake hands and kiss babies. That's what he calls it. Because he's like, when they step into all the work, you've got to be able to navigate. Like, so my husband's always like, I ain't mad at it. She's learning to navigate and get what she wants 100%. Because she's got to exist in the world. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Fair dues.
So true. Okay, well, I'm going to do this a little bit. I've got Kizzy, my daughter, she's 9 now. She's in all my business. Yeah, she calls herself the CEO of Tribe.
That's
right. I'll give it to her, and she knows I'm doing a podcast today, so she wants me to ask all the parents a question.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like she's throwing me shade with these questions. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I feel like it's indirect.
Kids can shady.
He's very, very shady. Her question is, what is your favourite hobby to do with your children?
Oh.
So you might have two, or if you do, with both of them.
It's not a hobby, but I do love going on holiday with my kids. We went to Italy, went to Florence in the summer last year, and we took it's actually my favourite memory of us as a family now. I signed us up for a cooking class.
Really?
And we had like a private, like semi-private cooking class, and they learned to like make pizza, but like with like proper fresh
The real stuff.
dough. And like they learned about like what's real gelato and what's not gelato. They made gelato, and they had a real authentic experience. And like the chef, she was from Italy, and she was talking about herself and how she grew up, and they were fascinated, and they followed all the instructions. I was so proud of them. So that's amazing. But what else I love to do with them is we love singing in the car. Like, big on music.
What's the song? What's the song, man? What's the song?
At the moment.
So
my daughter really loves the new Ariel on Disney soundtrack, Glow.
Yeah.
And she loves Victoria Monet, clean version, on my mama.
Okay, clean version,
Clean version, please. So we love singing in the car. And painting my daughter's nails is actually something that we've been doing a lot lately. And my son really loves writing, so we just write a lot.
Together. Oh, those moments, like, they're priceless. And the kids, they grow so quick. It's like you blink and then it's all over. My daughter's hair's been I always braid her hair like K-nose for school. Like, it's been like that forever. And then I literally, just before Christmas, I took her to get her first, like, a blowout, like a press. Not even a blowout, it's a press, yeah? You know, like the old school...
Yeah. Press and go.
Yeah. So she had the roller set, like the whole thing, and had her hair cut. She hadn't had I was just doing a home trim all the time. So it's the first time that I've actually been doing her hair for school. Like, and I feel like before, I've got so many things I enjoy doing with her, but I didn't realise how much I enjoy that moment in the morning just doing her hair. You know, it's like putting it into a bun or into two, or she's got two little plaits at the front. And for me, I feel like it's such a moment, and it's something that I avoided doing because of time. I was like, I ain't got time to be doing this hair, like it's just pulling and do you know what I mean? But now it's like, oh my gosh, I actually really enjoy it. And now I'm looking at the time, because she's gonna get to the stage now where she wants to do her own hair, and it's gonna be taken away from me.
That's the thing, those moments of like, they really are only for a short amount of time.
Yes, absolutely. It's so short, and then you're like, man, I was avoiding this because of my schedule, and now it's like, no, I need to put it in. So as you've said, you've been having your company for 12 years. What is your advice for somebody that is an entrepreneur now? They've started their business, they don't have kids yet, but they're put off of having kids because of, like, it's just a lot to think about caring financially for a child and all the things, because they're in probably the belly of their business. Like, what is your advice to that entrepreneur, the woman entrepreneur that is thinking about motherhood but has been put off?
I'm gonna be really honest. I think if your mum, if you really, really want kids, I would say do it, because the satisfaction and joy you get from your family, it doesn't compare.
Yeah.
Like it's great. Like, you know, I used to get so much satisfaction out of the events that I do, and like, oh my God, like people saying they love Black Ballad, and it still does mean a lot.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It pales in comparison to like when my daughter watches Blue, my kids watch Bluey. My kids laugh so hard when they're watching Bluey. Like, they are busting up. And like, my husband's like, oh, I think we should stop them watching Bluey. Like, because they
love it.
But I'm like, just hearing them laugh gives me so much joy. Yeah. But I'd say that, but I'd actually say, make sure you have a good village around you. Okay. So I always say, like, if I need a babysitter, my sister, she's usually pretty much on hand. Like, when we had I remember we had a partnership with Google in 2024, and we had a big event, and me and my husband both had to be there. So I went ahead, and then my sister just came from work, got in. My husband like literally chucked the kids at her, and she sorted everything out. Okay. My in-laws, my in-laws, my husband's parents are absolutely fantastic in terms of they will take the kids for a weekend. Okay. My husband's siblings, especially I'd say his brother and his brother's wife, they're really good at, like, you know, we had something in the week a couple of months ago, and my sister-in-law was like, okay, I can have them. Have your village. Yeah. That's it. Have your village. Have people who understand your dreams around you, because I actually don't believe in raising kids alone anyways. I think you should have a communal village, because the more voices you have around you, the more people have to talk to, the more people they have as well is great. So I'd say do it, because there's nothing like the satisfaction and the joy that a family brings you, and have your village.
No, I agree. And I think that the village is so underrated. That is so underrated. When I had my daughter, I lived in South London. I lived in Fulton Heath. And I think my daughter was 8 months and I was like, no, I'm going to live near my mum. You know, like I moved like all the way to West London because it's like I need to be around my mum, and I'm now live near my mum, my sister-in-law, and my sister, and just having that little community. It really does help. It does help. But yeah, you've been amazing today. Honestly, thank you so much for coming and sharing all of your stories.
Thank you for having me.
And your journey is like inspiring. 12 years, and your tips have been really inspiring as well. So yeah, shouts out to you. And honestly, I do need to meet the kids one day. Okay, well, I need to see these little babies one day.
I'll show you a picture.
Thank you. Well, yeah, that is it. I think conversations like this are like super, super important. I think the transparency that Tobi brought to the conversation is basically unmatched, because a lot of people are scared to really say how it is. And I think the more conversations we have where people are completely vulnerable and honest just helps another generation, helps you understand that you're probably not parenting as bad as you think you are, and you're actually making all the right decisions. So yeah, I'm Nyah, and thank you for listening.
The Parent Playbook.